Hi there, welcome to another painting tutorial. In this episode we're going to paint a bluebird, so let's get started. And let's start with a size 0 brush. We'll take some black and fill in the eye area. And if you would like to paint along with me, you can find the link to this sketch in the description below. We'll fill in the black of the eye, and then let's switch to a little bit more of a Panyes Gray color, and then add some kind of outlining. I need a little bit more fluid, so I'm going to grab some flow medium and a little bit of water, just because my paint is kind of drying a little bit. So now let's put this around the beak. Just try to follow along with this sketch. And then create a little bit of a shadow around this eye. Okay, you can rinse off the brush, and then let's grab a darker color. I have a burnt umber. And let's see if we can use that to try to build some more form and some more shadow. You can come around here. And then let's grab some more Panyes Gray, a little bit more medium and some water. And then let's put in some lines here along the tail. Just want to add, make sure that we keep that detail of the wing. Okay, some of those feathers. I think that looks good. And let's take this, let's take a chocolatey brown color and then try to put in the branch. And that can just be very loose. Just gonna put in that base layer and then grab some water and then just kind of blend it. Doesn't need a lot of detail at all. I think that should be good. And now let's put in some dark color for the feet. So we can use this Panyes Gray and then carefully put in these talons. That part doesn't need a lot of detail either. So let's add in some shadow colors. So I want to take this gray color and see if we can go around the belly, put in some shadow. You can go around the bottom of the tail, this area right here. Okay, and now let's take a blue. I have a Ultramarine Blue, and let's put that around the eye and also around the head area. Just putting in where that darker value of blue is. And then we can come around on certain parts of the wing and add in some of that blue. Okay, so now let's add in, let's take this chocolatey brown color and let's put in some more kind of shadow color, but it's a little bit of a warm shadow. And we can pop that in. So I'm trying to move my brush kind of in the direction of form and in these little strokes. So now I'm going to take a lighter color. This is like a Terra Cotta. So it's got a little bit of a change in value from that brown. It's a little bit more orangey, a little brighter. So then around this part, I want to add that orange in. And just be careful not to mix the orange and the blue together because they have that complementary color, so they can get pretty muddy. Let's take a little bit of yellow and bring that down into this area. Maybe put some around here just as a little bit of a highlight. Okay, now let's switch to a mid-tone blue. And I have this beautiful blue color. And let's see if we can put that in. Just putting that in other sections of the bird. Okay, so let's take a little bit of this gray paint. See if we can go around the eye. Start building some detail in the features of the face. And then I'm going to take the gray, the lighter gray, and go on top of the beak. And then you can take the Panyes Gray and you can go underneath the beak. Okay, so I'm going to switch brushes. I have a size 4 filbert. And I need to do a little bit of glazing. So I'm going to take this chocolatey brown color and let's see if we can kind of glaze that in and cover up some of the white of the paper. And then I'm going to put a really whitish, kind of grayish white color and put that down underneath the belly. And then I'm going to take some white and try to blend that in just to kind of change the value. So that's a little bit too much of a wet on wet, so I'm going to have to let that dry before I make that adjustment. Okay, so let's go back to, let's take a light blue color. So we'll take a little bit of light blue and then mix this other bluebird color. And then let's add some water to that to create a little bit of a glaze. Maybe add some flow medium. Let's see how that looks if we put it over this part. It's kind of blending things together, but the blues are still showing through. Go around the face. Okay, so let's put, I'm actually going to put a little bit more in this tail here. Okay, so now let's do a little bit of our highlighting and our lighter values. And maybe I'll switch back to the size 0. So let's take some titanium white and mix it with this light blue. Then see if we can put in a little bit of a highlight and a lighter value. And you can kind of feather this with small little strokes. Okay, and then we could do that for the warmer colors. So we could take a little bit of this orangey color, maybe add a little bit of yellow, take some titanium white, And then let's put that in just to make things kind of pop. Can bring some down here. Okay, so I think that looks good. And let's go back with that white, straight titanium white. See if we can add that in to this area. Okay, so now let's add a little bit more detail to the eye. So I'm going to take a straight titanium white and then see if you can add a tiny little mark for the eye. And then we can take, let's try this bluish white. And then very carefully see if we can go around the eye with that. So we've got a little bit too much water happening there, so we'll probably have to let that dry. So let's work on another area while that's drying. I think I want to add a little bit more, maybe another foot in here into the background. And then we can clean up the beak a little bit. So we can take this titanium or this Panyes Gray and then add just a little bit more definition, a little bit more structure to the beak. Just try to be careful when you're making these adjustments. And I might blend that out over the top here. Okay, so I'm going to take a dark blue, the Ultramarine Blue, and see if I can carefully go around that eye. Just want the light ring of the eye to be smaller. Okay. Okay, so I think we'll call that complete. You can kind of work with it a little bit more. I might let things dry a little bit more and then refine that eye a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you get to give this a try. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next painting tutorial. Bye!